What's going on, guys? blinkFRO here, and today I'm bringing you Game 9 of my Seattle Seahawks franchise. We're going up against the Baltimore Ravens, and we are without Braylon Edwards and Hawthorne, our starting middle linebacker. But the Ravens are without Ray Rice. I think Webb is one of their starting cornerbacks, and I think someone else might have been a starter. So we're looking pretty good, because Ricky Williams is not on the same level as Ray Rice. I mean, yeah, he's pretty good, but not on the same level. And I decided to wear the throwback Seattle Seahawks uniforms, and we're going against the Baltimore Ravens all-white uniforms. So first play of the game, besides the kickoff, oops, they give it to the tight end there, and no comment. I went to go swat it and failed miserably, and then when I kept trying to switch over to the guy on the left, I kept making the other guys run to the right, so I screwed up big time. And then our first drive was a 3-and-out. And then they're going to hit Dixon there. That was Dixon who got the touchdown in the very beginning, by the way. And on 3rd and 6, he's going to look for Anquan Bolden. I'm going to fail again with, I believe that was Chancellor. And Earl Thomas is not going to complete the tackle. And Anquan Bolden is going to get a touchdown. So not even like 5 minutes into the game, the Ravens are up 14-0. So they're going to stop us there on our next drive. And we could not get anything going this game. So here we go. Joe Flacco hits Torrey Smith there for a huge gain, and at this point I was really pissed because I was like, okay, how am I supposed to win? And we get an interception there with the backup linebacker Vibora, who is one below Lofa Tatupo. I think Tatupo was just tired because our defense was going crazy. And our first play, Tavares Jackson throws an interception. Bad pass on my part. Horrible accuracy on Tavares Jackson's part, and I just didn't know what to do. So here we stop the Ravens on 3rd down, and we block a field goal with Chancellor. I think that's his second blocked field goal on the game. Unfortunately, we couldn't run it back for a touchdown, but taking a second look, I've gotten pretty good at blocking these. You just bring a guy over into that little gap area, and it hits him right in the elbow, and we're going to recover that. So we're back on the ball. Tavares Jackson has it. He throws, hits Mike Sims Walker there. 2nd and inches, and we're going to go to look to run it in here with Marshawn Lynch. And before the play ends, we get called for holding. And I was like, alright, whatever. 2nd and 9. Give it to Marshawn Lynch. Break it off. We're going. Well, this could be a touchdown, but holding again. So I just dive into the ground because I was a little pissed. 2nd and 13. Here we go. Give it to Marshawn Lynch. Try to get some yards. And it's holding. So 3 holding calls in a row. 2nd and 23. Let's give it to Marshawn Lynch. What can we do? Oh, it's holding again. Yeah. 4 holding calls in a row. Not a single one of them were from John Moffitt, which was kind of strange. And obviously that drive failed. So Ricky Williams is going to shed a tackle there, gain a 1st down. The Ravens are looking to go down the field again and give us an early dagger, put us away early in the game. Even though it's still the 1st, we can come away. Joe Flacco scrambles for a 1st down. The very next, well, not next play, a couple plays later, Ricky Williams runs it in. He gets another 1st down. And you're going to see Leroy Hill is out for the rest of the game, our starting right outside linebacker. So, yeah, we're without 2 of our starting linebackers, which really sucks. But we do manage to stop them on 3rd down, and they're going to kick a field goal here to give them the 17-0 lead at the beginning of the 2nd. So we're desperately looking for points here. Tavares Jackson throws the ball. I was trying to give it to Baldwin, who was running the slant, and that was the worst thrown ball I've ever seen. So I was like, you know what, Tavares Jackson, you suck, and I pulled him from the rest of the game. He would not return for the rest of the game because I was really mad at him. And here we go, we're going deep with Terrell Pryor to Sidney Rice, but he cannot hold on to it, and that's going to be very unfortunate there. But we do hit Leon Washington. He's going to get close to the 1st down. He's not going to get it, and I'm just going to do a fake punt run. And I just didn't feel like showing you guys that. So Marshawn Lynch is going to pick up the 1st down. We're starting to get things rolling. Glad I decided to go for it on 4th because it got our offense rolling a little bit more. We pick up another 1st down. He's only got 28 yards on 9 rushes. Not a very good game so far for Lynch. And I throw a bad pass trying to fit it into Sims Walker there. But Terrell Pryor, he's going to hit stick the guy that intercepted it. He's going to fumble it, but it's going to go out of bounds. So Ricky Williams, he's running the ball, failed miserably here at tackling him because I tried stripping him. I don't even know what I was trying to do. He's got 61 yards on the game compared to Lynch's 28 on the same number of attempts, but we're going to stop him on 3rd down. And I don't know why I recovered this. I didn't even see that guy there, and I was pissed because we were losing really bad. So our drive obviously did nothing. We punted it away. So Ricky Williams is going to run the ball. We're going to strip it, and things are looking pretty decent for us so far because we just caused a turnover. And we're going to go down the field with Pryor, trying to hook up with Baldwin, but Ed Reed's going to come out of nowhere. At least out of nowhere to me. But John Moffitt, he's going to strip the ball, doing something good. But Terrell Suggs, he's going to come up and recover the ball. So nothing is going our way this game, and I was so pissed. After all those holdings, I just wanted to throw my disc on the ground, snap it in half. Joe Flacco hitting Lee Evans, second play in a row. They're getting a first down, and with 2 minutes left in the half, Joe Flacco's looking, and Steven, I don't even know what his first name is, Paella, he is such a beast in this game. He has like 98 strength or something, but he's only like a 60 overall. Anyways, the Ravens have to settle for a field goal, giving a 20-0 lead. And Terrell Pryor going deep here to Sidney Rice, but holding call. Once again, our offensive line just crippling our team's chances, just doing everything they could possibly do wrong. But we hit Mike Sims-Walker there. He gets a big gain of about 30 yards. Next play later, Terrell Pryor going deep. He's going to find Baldwin there. He's reeling it in, and he's going to get pulled into the end zone, cutting the lead down to 13. So it is 20-7 now. And the Ravens are looking to get a first down. They're looking to put up some points. I guess they didn't want to run down the clock. They're going to call timeout there after getting a first down. Next play, Dixon's going to get the ball, and he's going to get a first down, and they're going to call an injury timeout. Dixon would not return to the game. It would be Pitta for the rest of the game. So Flacco on second down, he's going to hit Pitta there. They're going to get another first down, and they're looking to get close to a field goal. They attempt the field goal, don't know why, and they miss, but there's still 1 second left on the clock. So I say, hey, why not go for a Hail Mary? And that's what we do. We throw it deep. Wasn't expecting anyone to get to the ball. Sims-Walker reels it in, gets a touchdown, and cuts the lead down to 6 at the end of the half. So, yeah, things were looking pretty good so far. And I fail a tackle there on Williams, but Earl Thomas strips the ball, and our defensive tackle, or defensive end, I should say, Bryant recovers it. So, like I said, things are looking up. 2nd and 8, Sidney Rice, and it's a holding call. So, yeah, not too happy with our offensive line this game. That drive managed to stall, and we're going to settle for a field goal. Could have been a touchdown, but our offensive line just shooting ourselves in the foot once again. Cutting the lead down to 3, 20-17. Joe Flacco going to the middle of the field, hitting Pitta there. Pitta had a pretty good game this game. He only has 37 yards so far. And we're going to get a sack there with Lofa Tatupo. He had so many tackles this game, it was insane. I didn't show it in the end of the video, but it was something between like 10 and 12. And I thought the computer was going to do something there, and they don't. And Torrey Smith gets a huge reception there. He's got 104 yards on the game already. And 2nd and 20 after a holding call, they're going to hit Pitta there. He's going to get stopped right before the first. And on 3rd down, the Ravens are going to look to get it into the end zone, and Chancellor is going to come up with a sack. So they're going to have to settle for a field goal, bringing them up 23-17. And I said, all right, that's fine. We kicked the field goal. We're still only down by 6. Terrell Pryor scrambling for a first down. Don't know why I didn't slide. I just figured since he was like almost a wide receiver, he would have good carrying. But that's not the case, so we lose a fumble there. 3rd down, the Ravens are looking to get a first down to put us away again. And that's exactly what they do. Lee Evans coming up with the reception. He had a pretty good game. 59 yards so far, and they're going to give it to Allen before the end of the 3rd. He's going to pick up a first down on about an 11-yard carry, and on 2nd and goal, Flacco's going to give it to Ricky Williams, bringing them up 29-17. They're going to go for 2, so they're up by 2 touchdowns, but they don't, so we're only down by 12 points. I shouldn't say only, because that's still a lot. And our first play later, Marshawn Lynch breaking it off for a huge gain, going all the way down into the end zone. If you're wondering how you celebrate like that, I just hold B, but if you have the PlayStation, it's circle. You have to be into like 10-15 yards before the end zone. I think there has to be like no one near you for you to do that. But Earl Thomas, he's going to get the interception there, and I forgot to say, luckily we didn't get a holding call on that touchdown. So we're back in the game, only down by 5 points. Marshawn Lynch, I tried to get it in there. Failed, and I decided to go for it because we didn't have much luck this game, and I should have kicked the field goal because we get sacked. So we're still down by 5 points. We could have made it only a 2-point deficit with a field goal, but Ricky Williams, he's going to pick up a big gain there, and we need to look for a stop here. Our defense hasn't been coming up at all this game. Joe Flacco is going to scramble for a first down, and things are not looking good. Time is time's running out. Yes, wow. just a derp moment there. Time's running out. We need to get the ball back. Joe Flacco looking for anyone on second down. He's going to hit Ed Dixon. I swore he was out for the rest of the game. I don't know how he came back. They must have put him down on the depth chart or something, or they just didn't throw it to him at all. But we're going to stop him on third down. They're going to settle for a field goal, giving them an 8-point lead, and with less than 3 minutes left, on third down, Terrell Pryor is looking for anyone, hits Sidney Rice. He can't hold on to it. So I decide we're going for it on fourth, because our defense can't do crap. We hit Sims Walker. He picks up a first down. So things are looking good. Mike Williams, though, out for the rest of the game. So we're without Braylon Edwards and Mike Williams, like two of our top receivers. So this really sucks. That was our fourth down, and we failed. And after, stopping them on third down, we decided to go for a field goal block because I figured they were going to run it, and the fullback runs it in for a touchdown, giving them a 15-point lead. So with only 53 seconds left in the game, we're looking for another touchdown. Sidney Rice is going to get a reception there, and he's actually going to get injured on this play, and I would move him all the way out of our depth chart, and somehow he managed to sneak back in because I guess everyone got tired, and it put in people out of the depth chart back in for this play. And yeah, the lead's back down to 8, and Evans is going to get the reception here on the onside kick, but Trinidad Holiday managed to recover the fumble, so we're back in the game. And with 22 seconds left in the game, we're looking to go deep. I had options here. I chose to give it to Leon Washington. I think that's Washington, but Ed Reed's going to pick it off. We're going to try to strip the ball here with Marshawn Lynch, not going to get it, and that's going to end this thriller of a game. The Ravens are going to come up with a surprise win over the Seahawks. I guess if you can call it a surprise win according to the records. Otherwise, everyone would have picked the Ravens to win anyways. So that was a heartbreaking loss. I was so pumped after we got that fumble on the onside kick. I was like, yes, we have a chance to come back. But we don't win, and that is it's very disheartening. Ed Reed's obviously player of the game with 2 interceptions. The game-winning interception, I guess you should say. And they dominated us in everything. There's nothing really to say about that. We're only 1 of 15 on third down conversions, which is ridiculous. So Terrell Pryor's 10 of 29, 263 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Most of those incompletions were on Hail Marys towards the end of the game. Marshawn Lynch has 130 yards because of that long run. And you're going to see the rest of the stats. That's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, thank you for watching, and tune in next time.